Today, I'm going to teach you how to make ordinary things enjoyable. Again. Now, you might have already realized why I'm saying again. Because when you were younger, every basic thing in your day used to feel like the most interesting thing in the world. But nowadays, those things feel like an absolute chore. And that's not a coincidence if your whole day runs through a phone. And every other thing feels dull unless it's a YouTube short or a Netflix show. It feels like you're trapped inside a prison. You're never really feeling the day, it's more like autopilot. Well, you don't need to worry at all, because today I'm going to teach you exactly how you can make those ordinary, basic, day-to-day things enjoyable again. And if you're someone who runs on autopilot, this is your opportunity to change your life forever. Allow yourself to be informed. I'll give you 5 proven strategies. But before that, let's try to understand the core idea behind it. So it'll be easy for you to apply these strategies, and you'll even be capable of figuring out strategies on your own, which for sure is going to work best for you. Well, the main reason ordinary things feel absolutely boring is because you have easier options. Now look, I hope you already know what dopamine is, but if you don't, bro, are we for real? Anyways, it's the chemical that makes you feel good. So nowadays, when you scroll through social media, you get instant dopamine hits that you don't get while working, reading, or doing your stuff. And while you're scrolling, your brain is secretly taking notes about what makes it happy. Now, since scrolling through your phone costs just a thumb flick, why would your goldfish brain ever bother to work over scrolling? And when it keeps happening, your brain simply raises the stimulation bar. So simple things are no longer enough to make you feel good. In simple terms, you no longer feel good doing ordinary things because they take more effort, time, and focus than just some taps on your phone. That is not something clever, because your day is filled with basic things, and if you're not enjoying them, what's the point of living, bro? Scrolling through a phone for the rest of your life? Huh? Now here's the move you need to take. You need to minimize the stimulation bar so you enjoy things without needing high stimulation, something called a dopamine detox. So let me show you 5 strategies that I believe are going to work for most people, including you, so don't miss any of these, especially the last one. Because just knowing the problem already puts you ahead of most people, because most people just don't care. But if you still don't take action, you'll regret this forever. Strategy 1, limitation. All right, bro. Strategy 1 is limitation. And here's the problem. We've been so used to getting cheap dopamine hits that our brain doesn't even think twice before doing it. Scrolling, watching, playing, done. Zero hesitation. So this strategy is about rewiring yourself to think twice, on purpose. Start by putting up some barriers. No phone in the first 90 minutes of your day, because morning is the most important time of your day. And if you spend it just scrolling through your phone, it's dead right there. So do your important work and life stuff in the morning, instead of scrolling. That's the clever move. And then remove every clue sitting in front of you. Your phone always sitting on your desk while you're working, like it's telling you, hey boss, pick me up, let's see what's going on out there. The TV remote within arm's reach, your gaming controller just sitting there staring at you. And then you tell yourself, yeah, let's see what's going on. 5 minutes, and I swear, I'll start working. But your swear has no value, because you tell yourself 5 minutes and end up with more than an hour. You're not clever yet, my friend. But here's the thing that will make you clever, add friction. Instead of unlocking your phone with your fingerprint or face, set a long, annoying password. I know, it sounds like the dumbest idea you've ever heard of. But trust me or not, this friction alone is going to cut down your cheap dopamine hits significantly. Quick note, be careful with this one. Don't blame me if you forget your own password. You might want to write it down on paper somewhere safe, so each time you actually gotta go find it, read it carefully, and type it in. That's another hassle, but surely that's the whole point of this. And look, I'm using the phone example because let's be honest, that's what most of us are addicted to. But this isn't just a phone thing, bro. TV, gaming on your PC, binge watching Netflix, if it's giving you an easy, high hit with zero effort, that's the problem. But if you think just adding some barriers is gonna fix everything you built up over years, stop right there. Because most people try exactly this and still end up with absolutely nothing. And that's not because the strategy doesn't work. It does, but they don't know the proper way to start. But you don't need to be like most people, because that starting problem is about to be fixed in the next strategy. Strategy 2, start stupidly small. You've been scrolling, watching, gaming for years. Are you actually dumb enough to think you're gonna quit all of that overnight? Nah, bro, that's definitely not how your brain works. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Your brain doesn't care what the task is. The only thing it cares about is if you win or you lose. Set some huge goal like no phone for a whole week. You'll end up breaking it by day 2, and your brain doesn't remember what the deal was. It just logs a straight up failure. And that failure sticks. It makes you remember that you're dumb, you're a loser, you can't do it. But set something tiny, something almost embarrassingly easy, and actually pull it off your brain logs, a win. And your brain loves wins more than you think. It wants more of them, since it gets a dopamine hit from finishing something, even something small. Well, we'll talk more about that in the next strategy. And here's why this actually matters for what we're doing here. Remember that stimulation bar from earlier? That bar didn't get high overnight, and it's not dropping overnight either. Try to force yourself to suddenly enjoy your entire day without any cheap dopamine, and you're gonna crash and burn. So here's the clever move. Shrink it down to one single ordinary moment. Don't say, I'm gonna enjoy my whole day without my phone. Say, I'm gonna actually pay attention to my coffee this morning. No phone, no scrolling, just me and the coffee for 5 minutes. That's it. That's the whole goal. Sounds stupidly simple? Great. That's the whole point. Once that one moment actually starts feeling good, try adding another one. Maybe it's your walk to the car, then your shower, then a meal. You're not forcing yourself to love everything at once. You're lowering that stimulation bar one ordinary moment at a time, and it's happening on its own. Most people skip this step completely. They watch one video, get hyped, and try to suddenly be present for their entire day, fail by lunchtime, and tell themselves ordinary life is just boring forever. That's not true, bro. They just started too big, and now you know better. Before we go any further, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button you see right there. I'm not trying to just entertain you. I actually want you to be a different person by the time this video ends. But here's the thing. Small wins feel good for a moment. But if you don't give your brain something to actually look forward to, it's going to start fighting you again. So let's fix that next. Strategy 3, reward system. Here's what most people think. They think fixing this dopamine problem means removing every reward from their life. Wrong move. Your brain isn't built to just do hard, ordinary things for no reason. It needs an actual reason to keep showing up. And if you don't give it one on purpose, it's going to go find one on its own. And guess where it finds it? Yep, straight back to the phone. Straight back to the exact cheap dopamine activities we've been trying to lower the bar on this whole video. So here's the fix. Give your brain small earned rewards when you actually do the hard, ordinary stuff, so it gets dopamine hits and keeps going. Quick personal example. When I had big tasks to finish, I'd buy some small pack of snacks. Every time I completed a chapter, I had one snack. That's it. And something clicked in my brain. It stopped thinking, this is just boring work, and started thinking, if I push through this, something good is coming. That's the whole trick. You're not bribing yourself forever, bro. You're teaching your brain that effort actually leads somewhere. So it stops chasing the instant stuff and starts trusting the process again. You can scale this up too. Finish a rough week? Give yourself a real day off. No tasks. Maybe you go outside, travel somewhere close, whatever resets you. Your brain needs to feel like the hard days are building towards something and not just happening for no reason. Now here's where most people mess this up. They finish something hard, and instead of an earned reward, they go straight back to 2 hours of scrolling as their reward. Bro, that's not a reward. That's just relapsing into the exact bar we're trying to lower. If that's still your go-to move, you're not being clever. Strategy 4, the waiting trap. Remember that stimulation bar we've been talking about this whole video? It doesn't just mess with how strong something needs to feel. It messes with when you're paying attention. Scrolling trains you to always be looking for the next hit, next video, next post, next episode. And that habit doesn't stay on your phone, bro. It leaks into your whole life. You start living for the next thing instead of the thing that's actually happening. Can't wait for the weekend. Just got to get through today. Once this week's over, then I'll relax. Sound familiar? Here's the problem while you're mentally 3 days ahead, waiting for something better. The ordinary thing right in front of you doesn't stand a chance. It's not that your coffee or your walk or your dinner isn't good enough to enjoy. You're just not actually there for it. Your body's present, your brain already left. So here's the best move. The second you catch yourself thinking, can't wait for X, or once this is over, stop and ask yourself, what's actually happening right now? Not later, now. That's it. That's the whole strategy. This one's small, but it matters, bro, because you can lower your stimulation bar all you want with strategies 1 through 3. But if your mind's always waiting for the next thing, none of it's going to land. You got to actually show up for your own life before you can enjoy it again. And once you're actually showing up, That's when the real fun part starts. Strategy 5. Do what you love. All right, bro, this is it. Strategy 5. The last one. And if you skip this after watching the whole video, man, that would be a crime. Everything so far, the limitation, starting small, the reward system, catching yourself in the waiting trap, all of that is about clearing space, removing the cheap stuff, lowering the bar, training your brain to actually be present. But here's what nobody tells you. Lowering the bar doesn't automatically fill your life with joy. You still got to put something in that space. So here's strategy 5. Do what you actually love. Not what looks productive on camera, not what gets you a certificate, but what you actually love. Playing an instrument, cooking, drawing, gardening, writing, building something with your hands, whatever it is for you. Here's why this is the one that changes everything. This isn't a replacement, it's a real upgrade. Cheap dopamine gives you a hit and leaves you empty. But doing something you genuinely love gives you a hit and leaves you with something real. A skill, a meal, a song, a plant that's actually alive because you took care of it. Same brain chemistry, completely different result. And once you fill that space with something real, watch what happens. The pull toward your phone gets weaker on its own. Not because you're fighting it with willpower, but because you finally gave your brain something better to want. This is how you start to become clever, bro. You're not white knuckling your way through boredom forever. You're replacing the empty stuff with something that actually fills you up. Combine all 5 of these, and your stimulation bar doesn't just drop, it stays down. Because your ordinary life is finally giving you something worth staying present for.